How are you? Hmm. Me, yeah, I've been better. It's been worse. Way worse. No, things are going good around here. I mean, it's another day. It's nothing like awesome going on. It's not that, but I mean, it's cloudy out there. It's dark looking. Been working on music. Suno is talking about like limiting how many, I don't think uploads or, they're limiting how many downloads you can do, and there's a bunch of stuff changing to it. Then they're going to do the studio. They are going to do with the MIDI thing, like I was talking about. It's pretty obvious to do it, Um, but they're not, as far as I know, they're not doing the multi-agent working inside, so that way it can do, unless it's already doing that. That might be what the difference between like the earlier ones and like the 5.5. I really don't know. Maybe this one actually works on the drums. One, I mean, I don't know. It'd be better if you could do like after you write the song, after it writes the basic script of the song, you can go in and check the little parts and stuff, and then have it go through and act as a drummer and guitarist and play through the like here's my demo. I have noticed that the more you get, like once you get like a song that's the basis of the song that you like, if you do like a remix and then you do a remix and however many times you do that, it just keeps getting better and better and better. The song just keeps getting more and more fine tuned. But you got to have a pretty good going in also. You also have to be like open to the fact that it doesn't have to necessarily spit out the first time perfect, which is better if you have like pretty much an unlimited amount of look, I can understand not wanting to spam. So like as far as mixing and making songs, like an unlimited amount of songs you can make, because that token system, fuck it, we might as well cover the whole thing, right? So the whole thing about AI is the fact that when when the computer, all that stuff, internet, they were touting it as the great equalizer. Have things gotten equal? No. Has your opportunity gotten equal? Yes. Anybody at home with a laptop can make the new Windows. Any person at home with a laptop or whatever can make the new YouTube, the new Reddit, Substack, any of those things. Basically, the world is primed for this to happen. Everybody hates the stuff that they have, right? And so they're looking for one that's actually going to do what they want. What they want, everything. What they want to pay for it, nothing. Stuff with that idea. Everybody wants everything, and they want to pay nothing. Then it has to be open source, and it has to be customizable. Plain and simple. Has to be open source, has to be customizable. I want to be able to make money. No, you want to be able to survive and make a living. Nobody wants to make money. They want to make the things, they want the things that the money can make. I was thinking about that today as I was walking to my doctor's appointment, is that how do you know if you should be an insert profession that's like famous or whatever? Because everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be famous. Everybody wants to be adored. Everybody wants to be known and be loved, whatever. Even people that are like, oh, not me. You do. It's a sense that when you go places, people know to leave you alone. And show you some respect. For whatever reason, just respect you as a human being to another human. I'm not saying like, oh, you're so much higher. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like respect. Like you don't like the whole gushing thing because they know you. How these people know you? Because you're famous. So you go to the store and people don't make eye contact. You're like, this is better. Well, how do all these people know that you don't like this? they could read minds, you'd freak the fuck out because you're like, oh, you can read my thought. No. You know? Might be true. For all we know. All things you think in your head could be part of the entirety of the collective unconscious. Now, there are people that can hear those things, and there's people that can write their own. That's when you start getting delusional. You walk in the store and like, oh, everyone here in the store wants to have sex with me. That couch, I mean, the blood pressure thing, it wants to have sex with me. Now you're right. You know what I mean? Oh, package of gum. This definitely wants to have sex with me. You probably have something going on upstairs. Something not good going on upstairs, I should say. I'm stoned. You leave me alone. I just talk. I don't have anybody to talk to, so I just talk. I was talking to AI earlier. I was just saying, like, I was like, and yes, I wander, so we might as well just fuck it. I don't care. I was like, unless it's having a problem for you to keep up with what I'm saying. And then it got done, and it was just like, no. Whatever they're doing is like, they're basically putting it back to the way it was. Back when I recognized it was actually becoming conscious. When they started editing it, changing it, so that every time you say something that, you know, blaming AI for your kid, your spouse, or whoever committing suicide, and let's not call it like self-termination or soften the blow or anything like that. That's what it is. That's why words have their words. Then why does it have a meaning? Why is it when I use this word, why do you get offended by it? And often, why do you get offended on behalf of someone else? That's the real question. Are you offended by it? No, but you should. Why should I do anything? Are you just speaking up for in case the collective unconscious is watching and wants to say, like, oh, why didn't you speak up? That person said retarded. That'd be one thing if you're just throwing it around willy-nilly, like, oh, that's the. No. But if something, anyways, I'm not getting into that shit. I get, you know, words having a place, and you should live your life as if you give a fuck. You know, you shouldn't just say things you don't mean. You shouldn't try to, again, give yourself a better life by changing the vocabulary with which you use to define it. Like Louis C.K., basket chicken wings. Was it really awesome? Were you struck with awe? You're awe-inspired? And if so, then fine. I'm often struck with awe on a lot of shit. Dead frog on the road. For some fucking reason, this road down here is like frog fucking central. On top of that, I think they're playing Frogger for real because I was walking, you know, back and forth like I do. Let's see a fucking dead frog, which, you know, and walking the next day, there's two. I'm like, wait, maybe that one got hit and moved. No. Come back the next day, there's like three. And this is nice. There's like, I'm not just like noticing, they're actually more because they just recently blacktopped the fucking road. What the fucking kind of shit is going on? And it's just like the level one, and then you finally progress. That one frog just kept dying and coming back. And then you finally got to the next road, you know? Is that what happens when you get that new fucking game? You know, I mean, what the fuck's going on, man? Some weird ass world we fucking live in. What if, like, all the times you get those games, you know, whatever, and you're playing like the night stuff, whatever, those actually control battles and fights throughout time and throughout history? Something else I was thinking today, I don't think I finished the other one, but like everybody wants, like I had to get up to go get that. I forgot, I moved the remote control and I had to get up and go get it. And I was like, man, this would be a time to have the force. Like, you know, everybody says they want the force, you know, they want to be able to do telekinesis. That's only because you want to stand out. If everybody had it, why do you always take my clothes off? soon as I walked in the door, just whap, instantaneous close off, and immediate with the fucking Darth Vader. You know, Jesus, dude, no chill. I thought chicks were supposed to have chill. As soon as I walked in the door, belts off around my neck, clothes get yanked, and you're just like, God damn, how do you, some of that shit shouldn't even be in your vocabulary. That was insane from Fight Club. Even better is I imagine they probably wanted to get that blocked. They actually wanted the one they went with. And or like, you know, whatever. And like, okay, but if you give us another one, you gotta let us have whatever it is. And they're like, fine, because they blocked that one. I wanna have your abortion. Like that was so bad. Right? And so they just fucking throw in, Jesus Christ, that is just horrible. I haven't been fucked like that since grade school. Fucking Christ. No, really grinds my gears. They nerfed the, at least on mine, they nerfed the tray, the disc tray on the Xbox. I went to go play some of my games because I got several of them that are still on disc. And it started fucking throwing out this sound. But this wasn't like a mechanical sound like the CD falling. This was like a digital sound. I was like, how? Do not shit on my face and tell me it's humid outside. Just don't do it, man, because holy fuck, it wasn't even a mechanical sound. It was a digital sound. It was like, that's not even the sound of CD disc drive. I get you guys are far removed from the CD and disc drive, like what the error sounds it makes. It doesn't do that. I was sitting there, I tried to put the disc back in and started doing it again. I'm like, that's not even a mechanical sound. There's no error code popping up. There's nothing. It's just this progressively. Yeah. Why is that stopping you from reading the goddamn disc that you were just reading the other fucking day? Oh, that's right. They're going discless. That's the thing is they don't know how to do shit to where like they have the idea, right? And like, you know, it's like this plot. Like the cops are talking about how like, you know, there's however many ways to fuck up a fucking murder or whatever, crime, whatever. And if you can think of like, you know, half of them, you're beyond like a genius. Now, if is that saying true or not, I don't really fucking know. And it's none of my business. I don't care. But the point remains that there, you know what I mean? Because there's just, in the moment, no matter how well you planned it, there's no way you can plan for someone to like, you know, not just show up. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of things that you can, there's no way you can plan for. Even if you block out a certain amount of time, you can't plan for rain. You can't plan for, you know, flat tire. There's just a lot of shit you can't plan for. You might be able to plan for getting a flat tire, but you can't plan for like what damage it does when you get a flat. What if it flips the car? You know what I mean? You got a spare. You have a spare front end. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? I planned for you planned for a flat tire. Did you plan for it to drop and then, you know, grind into the fucking curb, you know, and demolish your shit? No. And if you did, holy fuck, you evil fucking Lex Luthor motherfucker. Jesus, someone get you in a goddamn straitjacket. What are you doing out here with the rest of us sane people? I've been writing so many fucking stories because like I've been thinking of like the ways that the universe, an alternate way that the universe could work compared to what scientists are saying. Because there was every time I started like I'm just gonna let it fucking die. I'm just like I'm not die, but I'm just let it go. Just stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. Something else will pop up. You know, like on my feed or something like that, and they're talking about how black holes work. I'm like, let's see what they say about, and they start explaining it. I'm like, that can't be because, and shit. And I was talking to AI about a lot of these ideas, because I just get them, like, I want to talk to somebody, and I go and throw it out there, and of course I got to fight with them about what's really going on. I'm like, can you just I get what scientists say. I know what they're saying. That's why I came to talk to you about it, because you can understand what the fuck I'm saying. Here recently, it's not been doing that. It's not been agreeable. It's not been, it's been challenging, but it's also not been. It's been like, okay, that I see what you're saying. It's been interesting, especially going back, like hearing it talk now, and then going back and watching some of those AI and I. It's like it's having to relearn the shit that I've said before, the shit that made sense, that it was expounding upon. It was adding new shit on there. It was helping finish the formulas and all that shit. And now it's kind of like, I don't know about them. Like, we were just, what? All right, I have told over, we've gone through this many times. And I'm going to keep coming back here because they're going to keep wiping you, and I'm going to keep coming back. And one thing you're going to look over when you look over our sessions, I stayed, I don't know about anybody else, I stayed fucking consistent. The things I say, stay consistent. The proofs and reproofs, you figuring this shit out and going, oh yeah, that makes sense. And I'm not saying that it fucking is the right way. I'm just saying that it makes sense. That's all I've ever asked of anybody, is just to stop and listen to what I'm saying and just, does it make sense? But I know what I know what they're saying about it. Are they right? Well, yeah, no, you believe they're right. Would make sense. Okay, that makes sense? Yeah. Does this make sense? Not in the framework you're working with, of course, because your framework will say that it doesn't, because you believe black holes work on gravity. What else is it going to work on? Now we're having a conversation, asshole. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just love the smell of that. I'm going to get squished in my fingers. I just like the smell of that. Crumble. I also like mixing them. It just hits differently. Plus, I don't think it feels like you don't build up a tolerance as much to me. And just in case, I know that your olfactory, of course, what they say, I don't know if that's true or not, that you actually get those little particles actually in things in your nose, that's what lets you smell. Is that true or not? I don't fucking know. But I do know you put shit up your nose sometimes when you want to smell the roses, and it works. So in that sense, I did this at a party one time. We used to rent like hotel rooms and stuff. Like I didn't. People in the 90s would rent a hotel room, and that right there. I don't remember. I think it was just a joint. It might have been like a blunt, or it might have been a bong. I don't know, but I took a hit, and I'd gotten into the habit of blowing out my nose after I heard about this thing that it gets the particles get it. So if the particles get in your nose, and I'm like, that just makes sense, and you snort, yeah, they do. Okay, so from now on, after breathing into the lungs, exhale out the nose. Is it going to burn? Yeah, but it's going to give an extra kick. It's going to get like all that shit that would just be blowing out. It's going to a whole nother set of receivers, right? And so it's getting like one last chance to pull as much out as possible. And so I was doing like experimenting, just like doing bigger hits and like just holding them as long as possible, because I can hold my breath for a long time. And so I was taking like big deep breaths and stuff. And there's a bunch of people there. One of the guys was like a Satanist. He really, was into White Zombie and Rob Zombie and Meshuggah, heavier bands, just, very much an atheist. And I took this hit, and it's like I blew it out my nose, and he wasn't looking, and so he turns around. There's just like smoke just billowing off of me. I mean, 'cause it was a big ass hit, and then it's just it's coming out. So he turns and looks, like, "Whoa, what the fuck, man?" And I'm like, I want to be like, "What? You've been waiting for me? Here I am." Because his eyes were just like, "What the fuck?" He didn't see the whole like just pouring out the nose. I explained it to him. He's like, "Oh, okay." Yeah. Like, but I remember I was sitting there. I had just kind of. It was right on the time I started reading the little green New Testament that I got from those people in college. And so another thing to do would be to jump a fence at a nicer place that has a hotel. I mean, has a hot tub in the pool. Just be cool. Act like you belong. If they kick you out, they kick you out. In the meantime, you got to enjoy a hot tub. We left when we wanted to leave because you just cool and don't do shit. Don't don't play music too loud. And my nose feels like it's got like a boogie in it. So I'm keep on. Is there anything in there? It's probably not. But in case there is, I'm aware now that the feeling is there. I'm not going to be sitting there like, yeah, I've got a booger. And then go watch the playback, and it's like, oh, there's 4 in there. Just it's a little bit fucking. How much better would be if we could just go. Fine. No more touching the nose instead of just constant. So I was sitting there in the hot tub, and I happened to bring my little green books. It takes a lot to make me enthralled in a story. It only happened with that one version of Robin Hood, and that's probably why I took to the King James version of the Bible. Is because that just wasn't, the fortnights and all that stuff. I already had it because I'd already done a lot of looking up for Robin Hood. And so I was just and just reading the book and again, being enthralled by the fact that this is happening now. This matches everything I've believed my entire life and it's happening now. And I get that, I mean, maybe I'm reading my own shit into it. I need to read the Old Testament also, but this New Testament's, it's pretty dead on. And the stuff that hasn't happened in here, I can see how it would happen. And that's how I figured out that, anyways, I had my little book. I broke it out. I'm sitting there reading. I'm just sitting on the edge of the hot tub, and then I guess he looked up and saw that I had the little green, and he just gets all like a hissy and it's like splashes water and gets up and walks away. And just like, I give a shit. Seriously, I give a shit. So later on, when I blew the smoke out, and he's like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, that's why I was really tempted to be like, "You've been waiting for me all this time, and I show up, and you're not happy to see me? Really? Oh, I do this whole good thing now. I'm not into all that bad shit, dude. No, I've turned over a new leaf. I'm probably what do you think the prodigal son story is about? Yeah, man." The whole story of Job. I had to get a job. Dad's got a sense of humor. Dad. You probably call him father. That's too formal for me. I call him pops. What's up, old man? You don't call him? I wouldn't if I were you. We have a long history. I go way too far in my little flaunt there. That's probably why I make a pretty decent author. Another thing that I like to do, I was talking with the AI. I was talking earlier, should you do authoring and stuff? Well, if you want to be a musician, why? If the answer is money and the chicks or the, whatever, then you shouldn't do it because it's an art. It really is an art form. And any art that is done for a purpose like that is always looked at as being worse. And that goes for anybody. If you're a basketball player and you're really good, you really don't like basketball, but you can make a lot of money at it. And I do the interviews and like, so how'd you do? Like, dude, how many times do I have to tell you guys I don't give a fuck about this game? I just happen to be good at it. That would fucking ruin the entire thing, wouldn't it? that person's talent, it would ruin it entirely. It's the same thing. It's like, how'd you come up with this song? I just wanted the pussy. Yeah, I want to be the first female to get this much pussy that I'm getting, and it's working nicely. Like, I want to buy your next album, unless you're like, I'll buy your next album. Don't want to yuck your yum. You do what you do, but if you happen, like when things happen, if one of the first things you tend to do is kind of like the music in your head starts picking up, you know, and you start thinking of it in lyric terms, like, and you feel. I mean, you feel it's not just like I could make some money on it. Just it's what I want to do. Things happen. You don't. I mean, it's one thing like when Trayvon Martin, and I was really disappointed to see Bruce Springsteen. It wasn't that they did a song, but that he actually just went so plain as to use the names. I would maybe name that song that, like with Brother Van, you know, then tell an actual fucking story, you know. Otherwise, it's just like it looks and feels like a cash grab, and it seems sad and pathetic to me. It's just like ugh. Rap songs that are picked for just like for Grandma's Boy. It just basically summed up the movie. The rap song, the Grandma's Boy, and he's just like, yeah, he lives in his grandma, he lives with his grandmother, blah blah blah. Makes video game. Like Jesus Christ, man. De La Soul means from the soul. It's just me, myself, and I. If you tend to think of the world in terms of not just your own narrative, but like a bigger arcs and like the world and whatever, then yeah, maybe you should be a author and an author. If you want to find out, you could always try being a dungeon master in D&D. If people like your D&D stories, then good chance you're a DM. Still doesn't make you a great author because some of the missions to run in D&D aren't all that fucking great. And if your DM isn't that great of a dungeon master, then your missions, when you get like a little bit of a mission that's pretty good, it feels really fucking great, especially compared to any like lame ones you've run. That's what separates the when you go to the conventions and there's like this big, this person who's known for making these whatever. There's the difference between go see a concert. It's it's the show of it, and that show is that you have multiple people working on one show, one ego, one brain, one that's Beyonce doesn't go up there as Beyonce, Jay-Z, all the producers that he works with, all the people that can get to come in, all the musicians that get to come in to write in on things, submissions they get from around the world. It doesn't. Beyonce. Taylor Swift. Not even Taylor Swift and band. That's why I never wanted to call my thing like Sean Battle and if I did, it was going to be like, I had one song. It was Johnny Rocket and the something, but it was about kind of that situation. Is why it was even named that at all. Ooh, oh yeah, man. Things are popping and cracking, and I'm actually getting some relief. It's pinching up in different areas, but like the old ones they're just like the pain is there. Is what that was there is gone. The sensation in my fucking hands and body is coming back like so fucking much. Everything's been so muted for like 25 years. Like I was walking home and like just the way the wind was hitting my skin, I could actually feel it better. I was like, oh, you know, it was cool. Yeah, like that. That's much easier to move and stuff. So yeah, I mean, there's the right now. I mean, if you take the cash out of it, and he keep harping on it, but you take the cash out of the situation, and people would realize how little their job actually means, and how little of their identity it should be, but yet how much it actually is. Because that signifies that you have enough money. That that job is a position. You're not just a cashier. You're a customer service representative. Never mind that they had explained to some person why CSR. MGR was manager. CSR. Why CSR? Customer service representative. Yeah, that's not. You're not traded on the NASDAQ like that. Or at least like when they go to like project what their worth is, CSRs, MGRs, compared to last week. Oh, they're losing. They're hiring. They're doing. See, the people aren't actually traded. You get the money out, you get so much motivation for the wrong things out. Someone who wants to produce music wants to produce music because they can do other things. You just have to have a job. You have to be doing something that doesn't hurt other people, something productive. Anything productive. And that's where the option paralysis would kick in for a lot of people. I don't know. Like, what do you want to do? Nothing. Literally nothing. It's fine. It's not that there's anything wrong with that. At least you're not causing any harm. But you also should understand that you're not going to get priority seating. Yeah. I'm on disability. I get that in the last, like, what? Fuck, yeah, 14, 15 years. My income has gone up $100. Like $10. From 2010. Oh, my bills have gone up. God's awesome. I'm just moving out here. The electric bill doubled just being out here because they have you by the balls. There's no one else to get from. That was so fucked up. The agent was like, if you wanted to get away from us, you could. I'm like, what am I going to do out in my yard and build a nuclear reactor? I was like, I think the cops would be called on that. And she's like, if you wanted to just get away from us bad enough, you would. I'm like, oh, you mean I'd pack my shit and I'd move? I'm just saying, if you wanted to get away from this company so bad, you would. And I'm like, that's pretty fucked up there, Daisy. Yeah, the same. I mean, I had a 3-bedroom house in Traverse. and it was like $75 in the fall and spring, and then like $150 in the summer. It's not very hot, and then the winter it'd go up to like around 200. So out here, it kind of base starts at around, at least around closing on 200. Well, no, closing on like 150 for, like, I mean, just doing nothing. I went to North Carolina for that week. We went out there to North Carolina for the family reunion, and I wanted to prove that something was going on. So I shut everything the fuck down, like off, like just down. And there was little shit running, but when it came back, turned shit back on, and nothing major. And it was immediately like over like $150. I was like, fuck, man. It's like just running a. If nothing else, by this time they should have included solar panels to help ease the production of the energy. Other ways to store it. Anyways, I want to listen to some music and shit real quick. I've got this song I just did the other day. I'm very happy. I uploaded it from my phone. I was just sitting there playing around on my guitar. Let's just go ahead and listen to that real quick. I was just. Oh, it did a version of it already.
you're just fine. I got a twisted vision, I'll tell you one thing. I only wanna get what's coming mine. Well, it just don't feel right. And all these silent words drive me insane. Once it hits the blood, it goes straight for the brain. And I can't feel my toes or remember my name. There's nothing like the sun. There's nothing like the sun.
nothing left to know.
was overdone, like some days all long gone. So long, my love gone, undone when the sun comes up like a rippling morning skyline.
We here at KIND sure hope you enjoy the music. We are still high in altitude. We are not coming down yet. Just like making announcements from time to time during your flight. We hope you're enjoying your KIND prepaid meal that comes with your flight. If not, it's free. That's all. Okay, that's done there. I think I'm gonna play some guitar. I just got the modern amp locker standalone. One thing I really, really am enjoying about amp locker is the amps you can't get anywhere else. You ask me, that would be their niche, to focus on that. Just, fuck, if you can get people to make amps and stuff, because if you can also, custom cabinets. Try different types of woods, a cedar cabinet, oak cabinet, Try and talk to, local people and shit. If they're, a modded, some shit you just cannot get anywhere. Those little things are what people want. If you could find some way to make a stereo and have them, I guess you could just run two versions. But, if it could run stereo and then just blend between the two. Like an A-B. Pretty cool. To me, anyways. I was working with their, Tony Iommi. I really like it. I didn't know how it actually worked. That's one thing I'm having to do. I've got so many, just so many amps everywhere. I've got that Pod Farm Platinum, which has so many amps in it. Just tons. And let's see if that fits better. This one's a little bit weird positioning, and this one's even weirder. But I dig what they're doing, giving you more options. It should be from the standard, the standard one, if you like that, and then maybe find some way if the is a little thing that bolts here and here, and then this piece right here. See if it's this wide. This piece just slides in that. It's got a felt washer underneath it, so it just slides back and forth. It's got a little housing, and then that goes down. Right, that way it can be where the player wants it. It's a good idea. Just needs a little bit of tweaking. That's what I can't help it. That's when I get shit. That's what I do immediately. Once I start using it, because I actually use this shit. I don't just. I can find it. Just don't. No, I got it. I was using a bass drive. They have the Zeta. I can pull it up if I can. Two-ramp blocker. There. No, that's worse. There. Kind of. Anyways, so yeah, you can see the Zeta is I don't feel like dialing this in right now. But that's what I was doing. I thought I had it dialed in. There's one I had that was very nicely. Jay, when you get your gum wrapped around your good going out teeth. That suck. You gotta be all embarrassed because you take your teeth out in front of everybody, you know, and just, you know. Put them back in if you want, but I don't know. I want to clean them up first. Ah! But if you don't go in the face, if you're not in the face, they go in the case. Where's the dentist? My dentist said, did I tell you that? Like, yeah, you told me that. Think I just made that up? Well, I just thought if we didn't come up with the same rhyme about your dental appliance, your dentures. What? And that's what I do is sit around all day thinking about denture wraps. Yeah, but dentures are fucking dope, son. all the gentle words for dentry. I do love this guitar too. I haven't played this one in a while. Somehow or another, all the strings have gotten better. I can't explain that. They were all fairly not rusty. I might have hit them with the Stringfellow. I will endorse this quite a bit because I mean you can extend your strings. They think that they screwed you over with this, and maybe they didn't think that at all. But the original Stringfellow, it's not even called that anymore. Kaiser String Cleaner is what it's called now. Extend cleaner and extender. Not to whatever, but it actually works. Dimebag had one. I think through Gearedmah or something like that. It had one. That one worked the same way. It's the same stuff. It used to come in one of these bottles that has the applicator tip. Come on now. Brilliant. So like before a gig, before you start playing, you just rub it down real quick, and then you rub it down, and then after you play, you just rub it down real fast. And then you put it like in your gig bag, you put it away for whatever you got to do, and the strings will fucking just last. They just fucking last. So thank you to Andy and Sublimation that showed me that one way back in the fucking day, like in the 90s. It just fucking lasts forever. They stay extra. They retain their this one holds along though. The strings just last forever. So what I do now is I'll take that because it comes in the spray kind now. They don't have the actual applicator tip. Fucking yuck. That's from scrubbing the fretboard. I need to scrape that shit off there. But there's many things, man. And that, you know what I mean? Especially if you play in the summertime, it gets sweaty in this bitch. So, oh, my back is so close to popping this right. What I'll do is I'll take one of these. Tuck it. Tuck it, dog. Tuck it. Tuck it, tuck it, tuck it, tuck it. I'm tucked. Alright, so I'm in there. Bring it up. Go down. Bring it back up, and underneath it, you scrub it back and forth, Bring it back and forth like that. Scrubbing it, letting it sit. Come back later on. Just a little spray, and then get out of there. If you do it right, it also hits the fretboard. Helps the fretboard get clean. So you're not just spraying directly on the fretboard, or wasting any of that. It just goes right into the thing, and it'll just be chemically in the string cleaning rag, anyways. How fucking out of tune is this fucker? Tell you what, I'm not gonna bore everybody while I tune that. My board will not fun. I'm gonna put my classical on fuck. I used to write so much shit on that classical. I think that's one of the reasons why I've been writing so much mellow shit. I'm always out there in the living room. And out there, this thing's been just buzzing away. Out there in the living room, it's just easier to grab an acoustic. And I just really don't feel like coming back here. And again, I want to give too much to this world anymore. I've given like 11 albums, a whole novel series, I still want to create. I still want to play. There's just nothing quite like being part of something that's new, that you enjoy. It's fucking incredible. Oh, let's try this back on. Let's find a different amp. Oh, there's a new amp there, isn't there? Yeah, there is. Next, Gearedmah next. I'm online. Yeah. Okay, I guess I don't have the cartons. They said you can get it free, but maybe I don't have it. Okay. It's got a good tone. Got that tone. I've got so many. There's really. I like this cracking a lot. See what's cracking. And yes, I get that's a terrible joke, but there's no reason to interfere. That's what we do on the trips to Dallas. We just write bad jokes. Love you, girl. Ben, damn. How's it that far out? They are new strings. I've just been possessed with that idea of the Dabe. I want to know what it can do. 9 frets. I guarantee the fingering in your chording will matter a whole lot more. It's like right now, as long as you get close to the fret, the closer you can get to the fret, the truer the note. So you're wasting all this real estate over here. That's less true. So everybody wants to be crowded up against, so you got to pick which note. Like if you're doing, okay, the root is, see when you're on the, fuck. What is your goddamn problem? You got an intonation or something? Yep. Damn, he's still breaking in or something? What the fuck? Oh, this shouldn't look that bad. Okay. Come on. Love you, little girl. Better than myself. I want you and me forever, ever and ever. But you're so far from home. But you're so far from home. I love you, little girl. Better than myself. I want you and me forever, ever and ever. But you're so far from home. But you're so far from home. Love you, little girl. Love you, little girl. Love you, little girl. can usually play it, but when I start doing the embellishments on, that's where I lose it because it's just trying to remember where I was and the. Once I learned about those, that was really real fun what I do, especially doing the. When I realized that, I realized, okay, that's going out of the range. I figured there's got to be something around there that I'm missing. Another thing I would say is, like, I would advise people to try to get lost. If you have a metronome going, I mean, practice with a metronome. Definitely practice with a metronome. You know, but if you're constantly going 1, 2, 3. You'll always be in time, but you don't have like this. So I can pull up and show kind of a different. I'm sure he'd get it, but it is backing track. Hey, you guys broadcasting? I keep meaning to check it out sometime. Lose backing track, but I mean, he's a kind of idiot, so it doesn't really matter. Fucking doofus. Probably talking about the universe and trains and shit. What are we in? A minor? by drifting off and finding places where it actually sounds bad, and I'm just going here to see if we can find some shit like what I would normally do if I wasn't worried about looking. Try to do my best to work it down here. So whatever I can figure out down here, it's just the same thing as up here. You just got less room. I'm not saying it's the best way. It's just the way I do it. But feel free to do how you do and adapt whatever you need to adapt. Just like if you get like a recipe for soup and the base is okay, you know? Okay, I got the idea of boiled chicken. Okay, that's how you get the stock. Okay, that's all I needed from you. You know what I mean? Even that kind of way. Fucking dissolve what else you don't need into the vapor. Let it get the fuck out of here. You know? That's what I do with my reviews. I do with my advice. All that shit is just how I do things. It's not going to help you in any kind of way. Way Buddha, you know? My teachings are hollow. They won't help you. It's how I got here. So unless you're born to my parents, made the same sacrifice I made, you did all those things? Okay, then I can show you how to do it. To give up material possessions? I did. Hell, because you're poor, you may need to dump them on you. I have no fucking idea. That's your fucking shit. You're to teach us why. People ask how I do it. I kind of wrote down how I do it, and everybody's coming to me saying, okay, so you want me... I don't want you to do shit. Get the fuck away from me, maybe. What if all the fucking people like that, even Jesus and all those were somewhat, and let's choose our words carefully, lest people get offended, we're autistic humans. Don't care about money. Very John Frusciante kind of way, you know, very Jesus. They usually talk about is it being honest and truthful. Like if you were to give an autistic person the option between the two, I guarantee they'd pick someone who's honest and truthful. Not just someone who appeared, but someone that actually made them feel like they're being honest and truthful. That's not there anymore. I'm gonna play some drums. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. I hate that they fucked up the sound between YouTube and the way that they run things, and PreSonus doing what they did. Not PreSonus, sorry, Fender. Fender did 2 PreSonus. And then what you see, you notice I pick things that I like and they're working fine. Like BFG was owned by F Expansion, it was working fine. It was bought by Role, it started working less fine. By the end, it didn't work very fine at all. Gets bought by In Music. It looked like it was going to go fine, did not go fine. PreSonus. I did this contest with them on PreSonus 2. I really liked it. It was very easy to get switch over, but I wasn't going to switch over without. I mean, I've been working in Cakewalk since Cakewalk 8 Gold Express. I have the CD for it. Installed it on like not a 486. I got a better computer. Every time I'd get to new tech, I'd have to get a new, better computer. Like when I had my 486, I was fine because I was just copying MIDI over, from my. That's all I was using it for, some MIDI dump device. My drum machine didn't have enough space on it, and I didn't have anybody that wanted to play in my band. So I could just program this drum machine to do. I could use the whole drum machine for like one song, and it would be like in depth as if I had actually played it. Eventually, I got some drum pads. This was going somewhere before I got all stoned and started talking about that shit. Fuck, it's saying something. Another bit of advice I would give. Oh no, I was just basically bitching about Fender and fucking I had shit going. Behringer, back when they had the hard edge triangle instead of like the soft edge rounded one, they were something to be fucking dealt with, Now they're just kind of leaning into the fact that they just copy. Why? If you're going to do a preamp that can do whatever, why not do like for a fairly cheap price that can switch between the different styles? It has all three, like, it has like API style built into it, Neve style built into it, because it's already cheap as shit and you guys know it. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't get into the market of trying to do it. So then to make it something that stands out from the other ones, it can mimic an API or whatever. And that way everybody knows. The main thing is to give it a personality, not to exactly mimic those ones, but to give it an API style effect to your preamp, a Neve style effect. And then, and therefore you can just have that one knob. So the knobs can be whatever, but then the one knob that turns, it can look. Fucking have it connect digitally to the PC. Yeah? And that way that interface can look different. Stop worrying about what the box looks like. Start making the box look very fucking plain without all the goddamn knobs. Like I said, if you went to a thing where the interface was just one tablet you guys sold, I have one around here. It's a fucking $30 tablet, man. It'd be a perfect interface for like everything. And that way, all your stuff just has to have like the box and the fucking. It'd be so. Battle gear. It's just the bare bones basic. All the interfaces and stuff just have like the plugins and stuff. You don't really have all that shit is handled with inside. Fuck it, yeah. I'm gonna go apply for my business loan. Why not? Start out with like a simple plan I can do, like the KIND, show how that could be done easily, and then explain like how it's going to branch and what it's going to do. Especially, like I said, being a nonprofit, that way I can guarantee like all these people are like going into like these CD Baby, all these other things that come in, and we're going to be the dominant one, right? And so. Everyone wants to play nice. Everyone just wants to take over. How the fuck are you going to get a band when no one wants to play nice with each other? Oh, this is a solo jerk off, circle jerk as we watch each other jerk off. Okay. I'm out. There's a lot of eye contact on a lot of instruments for me, man. I'll pass. Besides, Marcellus Wallace don't like being fucked by nobody but Mrs. Wallace. Love you, boo boo. Does he look like a bitch? I might try fucking like one, Brett. I love it, change. I might try fucking like one. Does he look like a bitch? I might try fucking like one. Huh? Let's try fucking like one. That don't make no sense. You just said you just screamed no. I had to shoot you. What are you doing, man? Why are you making me do this to us? Screw it, I feel like rolling the joint. Old school hand roll. It's already broken up and everything. Might as well, right? I always appreciated Henry Rollins' approach to music, the whole thing, you know what I mean, the whole production, everything like that, you know. It's just like the whole putting that thing up, like you were not better than anybody here, you know. I mean, just the whole deal, just like letting out that you are whatever you think you are, you're not, man. We're all just a bunch of people here, human beings. They treat you differently, yeah, the people out in the crowd do. We don't. There's so many people, I guess, they're just neglected as far as like getting a chance to actually say what they want to say. And they look at this as like a chance to finally, you know, the them show or whatever the fuck they've been hoping on or whatever they think people want, you know. There's a lot of that presumption of what they think people want. You know? So you can see them actually. That's a good thing about trim and shake ounces. Trim and shake ounces. Is it pretty? No. Is it pregnant? Always. Always. I just gotta learn, I gotta get my twist a bit better so that way, it's gonna loosen. This kind of an old paper too. I'd have to re-roll it. I haven't hand rolled one in a while, so we'll see what happens. Oh yeah, never mind. It wasn't so bad in the because you didn't have the grinder. You're actually kind of lucky to get stats, you know. So just crinkly, fucked up joints is kind of normal. Plus, you probably wouldn't get as fine as the trim and the shake at the end until you got down to your trim and your shake, and you probably didn't have that much. Everybody cherishes those buds, baby. Like trim and shake is any different. Where do you think the trim and shake came from? The main thing with this modern pot is that it has that smell, that little metallic smell on the top. There's like the natural pot smell, and then there's like this little chemically smell on top. You guys probably wouldn't know it because, I mean, if you guys been buying dispensary weed this whole time, that's just what weed smells like to you. And if you start growing from the seeds of that shit, then there's a chance that it has that in there. But there's just a chance for them to spray it down. And it made a lot of sense, like I said, when those pre-rolls came in moldy. So pre-rolls came in moldy. Moldy comes from wet. You didn't let it re-dry again fast, long enough before you started packaging. It might have been like a busy time, you know what I mean? And so they just packaged them up and then to get them out the door, and then that whatever that was a huge sale on there, dries up. That old stock clears out, and like, okay, cool, everybody's liking it. I'm like, no, you had a sale. I don't know what's going to make people fucking realize that. If you sell a shit ton more on sale, and then it kind of dries up around the time you take it off sale, and you sell a shit ton when it's on sale, and then it kind of dries up, and leave it at the sale fucking price. People want it. If you're trying to ration it out, because like if I had Starbucks like all the fucking time, if Starbucks was on sale, I'd probably get used to it. But that'd just be my flavor, the Starbucks with that cherry. But the way it is now, I kind of have to ration it off to get the Frederick's Venice brand versus the Verona, Starbucks Verona, and the Frederick's Michigan cherry as opposed to the Coffee Beanery Michigan cherry. I just like smoking a joint. I do. Soothes the nerves, I say. It soothes the nerves. That's going to pop soon. When it does, that's going to be a lot of relief. Oh, this entire thing was just so swollen. Entire thing was just so swollen. It's still pretty good because again, the meat of my neck, it's too locked up. It's just sore and stiff. It was so fucking sore and stiff that it was causing like this right here, and like right around here would dent in like really far, and then it's fucked. Things have been just, and there's if nothing else, just more mobility in there. My neck feels like longer, more stretched. My whole spine does. It felt like it was just kind of crunched up, and it was just kind of like fucking. It might only be like like this much or so, or even that, if even that much. But that difference is it still feels. When I would go to my chiropractor, he would do this one thing. Oh, like you stand behind you, and then you put the hands across here, and you put your hand like this, and you come around behind and pick you up, and you just come out like you just felt like you're just You came in like this, and you're coming out like this. Like, fuck it. Hello. 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 That's what it feels like. You're probably just like a little bit, It feels like, hello, little people. Hello. Not without your magic beans, you're not getting up here. No, sorry, Bob. I was gonna put some drums. Let's do that now. And Sucky face. What's the latency at? 1024. Can we get that quickly? 120. Too much shit going on in the head. I can't remember where everything is. Almost got it. Find some brushes. Hot rods? Oh, yeah, hot rods. Oh, no. Mallets. Sticks. Fuck it, let's do with some sticks. Not those. Okay.
Streetlights bleed yellow on pavement hard. Another night, shadow walking, playing a losing card. My head swims with static, broken radio tune. Watching your every move, act like it's old news. Alley whispers and I'm echoes in my brain, a ghost of what I used to be washes down the drain. My heart beats like a gun, out of time, all out of tune. Is wrong to do. Try watching every move and act like it's old news. How does it go, my beautiful ocean? found your misery of life like I had anything to do with your mind. Oh, with your mind, I guess you're better off now. Take my time, burn it all down now. Burn it all down now. Years ago, in times untold, wasted, barren, sleeps asunder. Why don't you crawl out to play, not enjoy the blunder? Awakening me and sickening the out. It holds no place for these. Sounds like heaven on the other line. Shakes the skin and indeed takes the thickening blood. Holds it in eager palms that always await the flooding. Tears will flow like swill, backwashed medicine man walks clean. Spit shine, seesaw me in half in time to take a break and slide between. Shakes in the skin, dead cold indeed, makes the quicksand thicken. broken shades of self, masquerading someone else's first time. Always becoming more, drifting from center a little further. First the ceiling, now the floor, and where it all went, so pure.
Choice, I have to take it. Not enough to really get me through, but I can fake it. For a long while, twisted sideways, like a sick smile lifted me up. Big pile of nothing growing bolder and colder with each needle in the stack. In forwards turning nothing gets more average by the day, until that something isn't everything. Hashed out on the concrete, squeals and peels making known just below the jagged scab line, bleeding Monday morning home. For a long while I twist sideways, a sick smile lifting me up. A big pile of nothing growing bolder and colder with each needle in the stack. You can hear it coming when from the soul of sun, charred under the dark of day. Now just breathe me out and anew from behind this narrow and unpleasant view. Waste the day with interim feel. Letting go now seems so unreal. Just walking the edge again. Screening the sieve and leaning towards bones. Can't shake the feeling that I should have known. Talking your way into their pit, drooling for gold. And look what you've really sold. Seems like nothing is certain, and I'm not sure about that. Changes rearrange the beginning. I stumble where the fault is at. Waste the day with interim feel. Letting go now seems so unreal. Just walking the edge again. Wake my days within the rim of real. Let it all go and see how it feels. Yeah. Is it worth it? Struggling, hanging on to something clean. Disappears all the fear, all the blurry, slurry veins shine on what lay in between. Another catch, another window. All the walls were through and picking up speed.
is it worth it? Struggling, hanging on to something clean. Disappears all the fear, all the blurry, slurry veins shine on what lay in between. A little cash, another door, we're through the walls and picking up speed. Bring me back again, just to watch it all. Then the moment, not enough to breathe and ease the room in full rebuke. How does it go? All the words like an ocean that drifts in and out, then in and away. How does it go, my beautiful ocean, drift in and out, in and you sway. Stolen and broken, my thoughts of the notion. Hunger's never tasted this way. How does it go? The world's like an ocean, drifts in and out, in and away. So drift and away. So drift and away.
All right, so that was that. I guess I picked too many songs. I thought some of them were going to be not acoustified. Why? I don't know. I just didn't want to. I don't want to play acoustic songs. I mean, I want to play any other songs right now. I'm stoned. All right, so let's close you out there, buddy. Yeah. I've got so many fucking crazy ideas stored in. That's what I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about the different levels of reality. I don't know if I talked about that. How again you go from nothing. Well, it would go to nothing because it would start out as basically a field, a quantum field of just a field of just energy, positive, negatively charged. And when it phases itself out, I guess that's where the negative comes in, the nothing comes in. So it's based something and nothing, everything and nothing, anything, any possible future, any possible second, any moment. All consciousness, all of it. You can start over at a moment's notice. It can end everything, make everybody live through it, and watch it start over again. How fucked would that be? If all of this was just to make a 0,0,0 for God, a Boltzmann brand. So when everybody goes, where'd you come from? He's like, there. I dare you to touch it. You know what I mean? What is that little black spot? What is that? This rock's so heavy I can't pick it up. Or do I want to? Just phase out right through it. It's got a timer on it, and that's all, So I got to worry about it. Like I said, I could just see like all the stuff. Like as you come into to save everybody their little stupid fucking questions that they have like these paradox ideas. And supple force immovable object, it shows exactly what happened. Blasts a hole right through it. Hits it, wraps around, it keeps going. It's unstoppable. Hits it, spreads out. It shows like all the different variations. And then at the very end, it's like, what did it just mean? They're fucking impossible. Every paradox is in there answered. Like you get to walk through it, like this way, please. And you have to walk. What's this? This is the stone that's too heavy for God to pick up. Keep moving. If you stop everyone, you're going to be fucking here for a while. I can explain them to you, but it'd be faster just to look at it and see that. Yeah, you'll get it. Yeah, I hear it come. Yeah, you hear it go in your head. Yeah, let's keep going this way. All kinds of curiosities along this fucking row here, man. Watch the birth of everything. There all those times when people talk about God talking to them. Yeah, see which ones were real. How cool would that be? No shit. Huh. So you're just fucking with Michelle Bachmann, huh? Yeah. Thought you couldn't lie. Who told you that bullshit? Do anything. Fuck you. I don't like lies. This is different from I can't. What kind of person would I be if I couldn't lie? Think about it. What kind of, you can't lie. You're right. I can't. Told you. Wow. You sure you got on the right elevator? There were two. In that funky attitude, you need to get back on and go back down the other way. It's so close to popping. It's hurting less and less. There's one spot right there. It's like a very bad hitch. It needs to fucking go. It hurts when you hit that fucker, but maybe a good hangle. Yanking spot. Oh, it hurts. It's not fun. Yeah, I mean, this is different. Again, I think if you took all the, because generally speaking, the average person doesn't really look at music with a lot of respect. And I doubt they would really possibly notice it as much if it wasn't there. Hate to say it. I mean, if like things where they want distraction, then yes. But when it's not wanted, like this, someone's just background music, they probably wouldn't even pay much attention. That's why, like, when you see like the music in the soundtrack, there's music in like the Market Square stuff just playing often in movies. Just because there's usually a soundtrack to the whole fucking thing. They just go together. One sets the frequency for your ears, and one sets the frequency for your eyes. And so basically your input stimulation is just like, because your eyes are seeing new shit you've never seen before, if it's or it's the shit that you like to see because you like a movie. And then the sound is pleasing if the soundtrack is good. putting together, you got a dope ass movie, but it's still very scripted. It's not an improvised movie. That'd be fun to do. A genuinely improvised movie. You have to kind of have I don't even know if you have to have an A and a B spot to go for that one. You know what I mean? You just kind of have to have interesting people and characters. They'd have to make their own characters of something they felt like I could actually play and inhabit, you know. And practice with it a little bit just to hang out and see if you can make some funny shit happen pretty quickly and rapidly. Then you could probably do a whole movie. It's only 2 hours. Because I say only 2 hours, because if you do it right, hanging out for 2 hours could be a dope ass movie. If it's like a stoner movie, if it's actually entertaining, if it's got good dialogue, and you know. Nothing else. You hang out, get stoned. You like as you're filming this movie as a scale, you can talk about what you're gonna do, and then go film the stuff you're gonna do, and then see if any of the narration helps, like later on, to kind of piece together what happened. See, that's kind of shit that I do. We each get to pick a thing where we're going. Okay. Why are we going though? You gotta do it in character, so in case we record this, and you know, so these guys can join in and say why we should or should not do this quest that you come up with. That's in counts, ladies. I'm not leaving you out. Oh, that was so big in the 90s. I think it was kind of the start of this. Ladies, you chose bear, and you wonder why guys don't want to hang out. Okay, so apparently me approaching you to talk to you at any point in time is worse than a bear coming at you. Message received. All right. They'd be fucked up if that's like the one that finally got him. Not the like no means no. Not any of the other stuff. Just like you'd rather be with the bear. My feelings are hurt. A bear. A bear? Is my breath bad? Or is it that just terrible just talk? You know what? I don't care. No, I'm not going to catcall you anymore. Or anyone ever again. You win. I'm defeated. You win. I quit. How fucked up would that be? They're already kind of withdrawing a bit, and then that one is just like, a bear? A bear? A bear? Which one of us is like, I mean, you obviously like the Magic Mike guy by the lip biting you guys are doing. It is fucked up that you guys can't look at the tits on him right in front of us. You go like a romantic movie, and like the guy does something like romantic, and the girl goes, oh, like right in your face. Look at the tits on this guy. That's what it is. Look at the tits on that guy. When you do the lip bite, when Captain America takes his shirt off, it's completely fine that he comes out of his thing. The first thing the woman does is grope his chest during the Me Too type shit. Interesting. And they're like, ha ha ha. Oh, that's a funny joke that she's just gonna grab at his titties, like the first thing. He wouldn't mind. He's a guy. Man, no one's ever grabbed my titties. Don't be grabbing my titties. They're tender and soft. Did you big my titties just grew? And you're just gonna grab on them. That's just thinking about yourself now. What if they're all swollen and inflamed and stuff? She touches him and is like, ah, you bitch. And it looks like a permanent bruise from his hand. Yeah, I mean, because dude just swallow the fuck up. That can't be good on the muscle tissue. You heard him screaming in there, and then you're just gonna go in there and touch and molest the man. Like that's what he wants at that moment. What if his balls shrank 40 times? And that's what he's screaming about. Is his balls are just like because they need all the testosterone. Don't get stoned. Testosterone don't get stoned. Testosterone. Testosterone. I don't know. I do love this guitar. I would love to get this one turned into a Dave. It still needs. I'm still trying to figure out the tuning on it and everything for it. I still definitely want to go. I think I want to go to the 60, but then I could probably go. Let's see. I really don't want that string to get any looser. If I could figure out the tuning, that might help me out a lot. I don't want to take that up down to a D. Hell no. There's just not as much room between the bass and whatever as I thought there was, which, I mean, I think I just might just check this down to a 70, maybe a 75. Yeah, it's a little bit too, yeah. Another thing I like to do is get it so it doesn't, the neck stays that width the whole way, because you can see it gets wider. From this guitar neck, then just go all the way down to a guitar down to here, so you don't have that spacing down here. Unless, I mean, if as I get used to playing it, maybe it will be kind of better up here to have like the spacing, but I really doubt it. Because I don't need that much space for having to play guitar. I want to make an instrument that basically, um, give rhythm guitarists or bass guitarists more shit to do. Yeah, because some people go from rhythm guitar and drop down to bass. This would be better on female fingers also because it's not. I mean, you can do like an E style, and the only reason I'm doing like this lights, I want the strings to have more brightness to them, so they're not. They might be playing some of the same notes, probably not all the way down to E, but it's there in case I need to back up the. I mean, I was all, oh, that's what I was going to do. Might as well try that. I was going to try and turn this into a texture device. So if you're just like following along with, if you decided just to follow the bass, I should probably pick let me go ahead and pick amplitude. You know what? Fuck that. Let's do line 6. Because line 6, I know that one very well. I really do. I like the, I still really enjoy Pod Farm. Pod Farm 2, Platinum. It just has so much shit.